Hello, boys and girls. It's me. How are you? I think I delivered a package to everybody's house today. And you got a bag that looks like this, and it has a lot of things in it. So let's take it apart a little bit. You should have inside of the big bag, you should have a small bag that has some coffee filters, and it has a pipe cleaner, and it probably has a clothespin. So let's put that one aside. And you should have another bag that looks, in the big bag, you should have something that looks like this. And you should have some paints. Let's see what color paints we have. And put this aside. Uh-oh. I forgot something. But we have yellow. We have red. And we have blue. And what we're gonna put aside our little bag for the moment and use just what's in the big bag. Now you're going to need to put down some newspaper, and you're going to need a cup with some water, and you're going to need a paintbrush, and I forgot mine, so let me get it. Hold on. I'm going to run really fast across my floor. And find a paintbrush. That's going to work. Here we go. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I didn't leave you forever. No. Hi. See? I had to get my paintbrushes. I forgot. So you need a paintbrush. I'm going to use this one. Now, what we want to do with this egg carton is make a caterpillar. And we're going to use these three primary colors. They call them primary colors because they're natural. They're not a color that can be made by mixing other colors together. Okay? So what we do, carefully take the tops off so that the paint doesn't get all over you. And then we're just going to paint our caterpillar. You can paint him any way you want to. I'm going to paint mine with this part here with the antennas in it. That's the head. So I'm going to paint the head red. Red is my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Do you have a favorite color? Maybe you like a lot of colors. But we're just going to paint this all up like this. Get it nice and painty. Cover all of the cardboard. Even on the edges. Make it all your color. You can paint your caterpillar all the same color. You can paint him all three colors, or you can mix the colors together and see what will happen. So let's see. There's my red head. Now I want to paint the rest of my caterpillar green, I think. So I'm going to wash out my brush, and I'm going to pat it on the paper to get some of the water out, because not like the other paints that we use the watercolors. You want a lot of water on your brush to make the colors come out. But when you're using tempera paint, like the ones we have in this cup, we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take some yellow, and I'm going to paint some yellow over here. And I'm going to take some blue, and I'm going to put the blue on top of the yellow. And then I'm going to get some more yellow and put some more there. And is it working? Yeah, I think it's working. It's getting to be a different color. What color is it turning? Can you see that? I took yellow, and I took some blue, and I mixed it together right here on my caterpillar body. And it's turning, you guessed it, it's turning green. Like all the leaves and the grass outside. It's turning green. A lot of times we find caterpillars and they are green. And they're green because they need to blend in with the leaves on the trees or on the plants. so that birds won't eat them. Did you know that birds like to eat caterpillars? They do. You know, I was walking outside today to feed the birds, and I saw a little bird, a little sparrow bird, and it was flying, and it was chasing something that I thought was a butterfly, but it was actually a feather. And the bird caught the feather in his beak, and he flew away with it, and I watched him fly to his birdhouse, and he brought it in the birdhouse. I think he was putting it in his nest to make it soft for the babies that are coming. That's my guess. What do you think? Does that sound about right to you? Look at that. See, and when you mix it together on the egg carton, then you get different shades of green. Some are lighter, some are darker, but I think it's very pretty how that happens. Now you can use a bigger paintbrush than the one that I have. I grabbed a little one. I maybe should have gotten a bigger one, but it's okay. We're just painting away. And if you get some on you, that's all right. It washes off. Just try not to do it on purpose. Let me see, I'm running out of places to hold. Let me turn it around. Hold it carefully on that side. Over there. I need to get some more yellow and blue. Right? Because we said yellow and blue make the green. I wonder what would happen if we mixed yellow and red together. Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's try it just to see what happens. Remember, we rinse it out and we dab it on the paper. So let's get some yellow. We'll put it up here on the top. Some yellow and red, right? Now we mix the yellow and the red together. Maybe a little more yellow there. Can you see what's happening? Can you see what color we have? Huh. That's right. It's turning orange. How cool is that? We're mixing colors right on our caterpillar's body. So this is a funky caterpillar. He's got some orange, but he's mostly green. What do you think of that? I think that's pretty neat. These edges are a little rough, but that's okay. We can still paint them. Then if we took, what do you think? What do you think of that caterpillar? It's pretty awesome looking. All right, and we're going to put the paint brush back in here and rinse it out really good. And now, you need to give him some eyes. I'm going to use a marker. The instructions that you have with your kit tell you that you can use glue and buttons, or you can use paint, or you can use a marker. Oh, I got some on my finger. Look, that's another reason why we put paper down, so we can wipe any paint that we get on our fingers onto the paper. So I'm going to give him some eyeballs right here. I'm going to put one here, one little circle eyeball there. I'm going to put another circle eyeball over here. And my paint isn't all the way dry, so it's getting stuck on the marker. Oops, Miss Foster. If you're going to use a marker to put eyeballs on your caterpillar, make sure that it is dry first. Okay? Then you won't get paint on your marker. So there we have our caterpillar. I think he's kind of cool. Do you think he's hungry? We're going to read a story about a very hungry caterpillar. But I wanted to have this done for you so that, because I know you're excited that you got your packets today. Let's see. The other project is to make a butterfly. Because caterpillars will eat and eat and eat and eat until they're so big that they can't eat anymore. And then they spin a little house around them called a chrysalis. Can you say that? That's a really hard word. Chrysalis. And they stay in that chrysalis for, maybe 7 to 10 days. And they're all wrapped up in there. And then something happens while they're inside. Here's another big word. It's called metamorphosis. It's a big fancy word for change. So the caterpillar stays inside their chrysalis and metamorphosis occurs. And then when he comes out, he's not a caterpillar anymore. He turns into, you guessed it, a butterfly. So let's make a butterfly. I'll put my caterpillar down over there. He's wet. I'm going to carefully put the tops back on my paint so I can use them again another day. We should be able to make a couple of projects with these colors if we're careful and we don't let them get dry. So, the last time we used a coffee filter, we used watercolors. And you can use watercolors if you want to, but today I want to use a magic marker because I want to make some definite shapes. And I'm going to use purple. I'm going to use orange. I'm going to use red. I'm going to use a little bit of black. And I'm going to use some blue. This should be interesting. Now, the first thing I want to do, my paintbrush, make sure that my coffee filter is flat, right? And I'm going to make some big circles. But I'm going to leave the middle empty. And just go around and around and around and around and around. Fill in any of the white spots. Fill them in just like that. You do not have to do both of these projects on the same day. It would actually be better if you did them on 2 different days. And if you have coffee filters at home, you can make as many as you want. I just gave everybody one. So I made some spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 5 red spots, and inside the red I'm going to put orange, just like that. Here we go. And outside of the red I'm going to put purple. Make a bigger circle around it. And a big circle around this one. Now, you don't have to make circles if you don't want to. You can make any kind of shape that you like. I like circles because they just keep going around and around. Like a ball. Or like the world goes round and round. And the sun is round and it goes around the earth. And the moon, when the moon is full, it's great big and round, isn't it? Did I ever teach you the song about the moon? Oh, remind me later. I'll sing it to you. All right. And now we need blue. I didn't use the blue yet. So now I'm going to make little spots going all the way around the edge like this. Just around the outside of my filter. Remember, they don't have to be circles. They could be squares or triangles or just lines, which is what I'm going to do with the black. Because the coffee filter has natural lines in it. So I'm just going to take the black and I'm going to follow the lines that are on the filter. Like this. See, I'm just filling in the lines like that all the way around. Around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And then in the middle, I'm going to make a big circle. And I'm going to fill it all in with black. And you can use any colors that you want to. I'm just using these colors because they're right here. You can use pink and green and yellow. Butterflies are all different colors. Now, this is the tricky part, and you might need a grown-up to help you. when you have your coffee filter colored, if you paint it, you want to let it dry. But if you're coloring it with a marker or a crayon, you want to have somebody help you do this part, because you want to kind of squish it in like this. Put it all into the middle, like that. And then you kind of fluff out the side. And then, oh, here it is. You want to take your pipe cleaner, and you're going to have to put your pipe cleaner like this, and hold it together, and give it a twist a couple of times. 1, 2, 3 twists. And then you can bend your pipe cleaners like that, and now our caterpillar has antennas. And if you want to leave it like that, you can. But we have a clothespin. Remember, we pinched the side that's open so that this side will open. And you stick it like that. And then you can make your butterfly fly. And it can flutter all around. Hello, everybody. And have your butterfly. So there you go. We made a caterpillar and we made a butterfly. And in a little while, I'm going to clean this all up. And then I'm going to read you the story of the very hungry caterpillar. Have fun.